Hi folks, welcome to my 8-Bit Retro Journal. This is a quick clip, 5 minutes or less. I recently saw a retro YouTuber do a video on the QL, and I think it was their first QL video, and I was a little frustrated by it because they were telling the same old story about it was released early, the ROM dongle issues, it had micro drives, and it frustrates me as a QL owner because I like the micro drives, and so do many other QL owners. The ROM dongles are being collected now as heirlooms, and the QL didn't fail because of that. The reason the QL failed is because it had an owner who wanted to create an electric bike. If the QL could have had a version 2 of it, it would have been a successful machine. And the same goes for the Amiga. If the Amiga 1000 didn't have a successor, I think it would have been a failed machine. But it had the Amiga 500, and that's why it was successful. In any case, this is not a story today about the QL and my frustrations with people doing videos on there. This is actually more of a love story, I guess, for this machine, the Spectrum, one that I've been getting to know more and more. Though that video made me think, well, why am I so defensive of Sinclair products? Because it sort of speaks to a simplistic design, but also one that is affordable and one that doesn't, one of the things with these, I remember looking at a VIC-20 when I had this with his RAM pack, and I was thinking, oh, it has color, but you need to get a data set to actually load software. I could use my regular cassette recorder for this. There's things like that. But the other thing I remember is when in my room as a kid, I had a small room with a nightstand and TV at the end of the bed, black and white TV, had a dresser drawer, and I did most of my work on my bed. I had a tray that I put this on with the 16K RAM pack. And so the idea of getting a big bulky Commodore 64 or a big bulky VIC-20, it wouldn't have actually gone well. Something as small as this, or especially this size. I mean, I wish that they would have sold this in the US. And I know they had a similar design for the enhanced Timex Sinclair 1000, but literally this machine with 48K of memory and very sturdy design and keys, I think it would have been great. I've been taking this to work lately to do some working. And let me show you the first time I took it to work. I have an old CRT TV. It's a 13-inch. It's one of those VCR combos, and I was really excited to use that because it's sitting in my office forever. And yeah, so that is not gonna work as well as I thought. There's no way to adjust it on this TV. Older ones might have at least not, I'd have to open it up, but older ones might have an external knob where you can adjust but yeah, so this is a composite end and it's not working. I have to try to find something else. I forgot that I had a monitor sitting here that's also TV, and it can handle the composite signal and the PAL signal of the Spectrum. So you can see I have it sitting right here. I wrote a program, and you can see still not used to the whole asking for a scroll, because the Spectrum obviously doesn't do that. I mean, sorry, the ZX81 doesn't do that, but the Spectrum does. So I would probably sit the Spectrum there, get it close to the monitor, and do some coding. I wouldn't be playing games, but I like using cool software like compilers, or I think there's even a ZX81 emulator there. But yeah, the Spectrum, it's got a nice form factor, a nice size. As a kid, not having a desk in my room, I could have put that, sit on my bed and put that on my lap. Aerial out to the TV. It feels really sturdy, so I wouldn't think I was going to break it. It has no ROM wobble issues. Yeah, not a touch typist, but I mean, you're a kid. You're not going to do touch typing. But easily fits into my backpack, and I would say that a Commodore 64 or a VIC-20 would have been really hard today to lug around, but also as a kid. And I would have just needed the power and the aerial, and then a couple of connectors for the cassette recorder. And as a kid, you go to a friend's house, they have a cassette recorder, and you can bring your cassettes, and you bring your computer, and you can play. So it's almost like a portable video game as well, but programmable one. So yeah, that was me taking my Spectrum to work, and I'll be doing more with this and learning more about it. So stay tuned for more videos. But yeah, as a kid, I would have loved to have this. I think this would have been one of the. I can't imagine why this wouldn't have sold like buckets loads in the U.S. I know the Commodore had the fancy keyboard and whatnot, but I think this would have been really cool for kids to have. So I think a missed opportunity. But in any case, I'll be doing more of this, and you'll see more videos on the Spectrum. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.